In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Mohamed Dabone and how he is able to shoot the ball. He's actually a pretty good shooter, even though his form has a few little things that need to be addressed. Apparently, he's 12 years old. He's probably 16 years old, and there's proof of it. So let's get down and let's check him out because he's actually a really fantastic player. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to look at is his base. And his base isn't all that bad, but there is a few things that have a few issues in my book. The first thing is this foot is pointing out this way, while this foot is pointing straight towards the basket. Now, this is actually something that I see a ton of when I am trying to fix players' shots. The reason why the right foot is generally in line with the basket and then the left foot is slightly away from the basket and not in line is because there's a lot of coaches who will say you need to be 100% squared up to the basket. Every little piece of your body needs to be squared to the basket. But that's not how we shoot. If your body is perfectly squared up, shoulders, hips, whatever, you are going to miss your shot. Because if we look at his shot as we can see it right here, when he goes up, his elbow and his shoulder, sure, they are squared to the basket, but where is that ball? That ball is to the left side of his body. This is something that happens with a lot of players with long arms, so this again is not really a surprise to me. Personally, this ball needs to go up the middle of his body, not the left side, not the right side. A lot of coaches will say with long arms, or just in general, everyone needs to go up the right side. If they're a right-handed player, everyone needs to go up the right side. That doesn't work with players with long arms. The ball needs to go up the middle of the body if they have a massive plus on their wingspan over their height. However, what cannot happen is the ball going up the left side with the right hand shooting. Now, if we can bring this ball up right here. Now, he's bringing his knees together, feet are off, hips are pointing this way, knee is pointing this way, this knee is pointing out this way, shoulders are pointing here. We can see how this is not all lined up. If you look at a really good shooter, for example, Steph Curry, everything, hips, shoulders, knees, feet are all in line. So, first things first, that needs to be fixed. It does not need to be squared to the basket, and I would highly suggest that doesn't happen. Be slightly tilted away from the basket because then when you go up into your set point, if you can be slightly tilted away, it's going to be much easier to bring this ball out towards the right side. The reason why is because you want the shoulder and elbow in line with the rim, and you want this ball to be over top of this shoulder and elbow to create the shooting triangle. If the ball is over on this side of the body, the ball is always going to go out towards the left side unless the body and brain have adapted to make that ball go straight, as we actually see with his hand placement on the ball. His hand placement on the ball is on the left side of the ball. So, by this arm being across his body, that's going to push the ball out towards the left side. Now, because his hand is on the right side of that ball, that is going to push the ball back towards the left side. They're counteractive forces which will get the ball going straight. He makes this shot. However, the least amount of movement possible. The better option would have been if he was just slightly more tilted, allowing the ball to go up the middle of his body, and then having this more towards the right side and having the hand placement more on the right side of the ball. This would allow that shot to be more consistent and more straight. This is a lot of things that are put together. This is not an easy fix. The first thing that I would fix with a player like this is to get them tilted away, and I would have them put their hand on the right side of the ball and have them just get their elbow in the degree as to where they would normally shoot. So I would have them go up like if they're about to shoot and say, that's your elbow. Now, when you go up for your shot, watch, especially with a player with longer arms, having that ball go up the middle of their body, middle of their body, middle of their body, and then at the end, now everything's in line. Because this, for somebody with longer arms, is a lot more comfortable and will be a much faster shot and a more consistent shot than trying to force them on the right side to come up like this. That is extremely hard for somebody who has a plus length on their wingspan. So for example, somebody who is 6'1" with a 6'6" wingspan, this is insanely hard. This is much easier, and probably for most of us it is too. I also go up the middle of my body, and I don't have a massive plus on my wingspan. I'm 6'2" with a 6'3.5" wingspan. To me, this is much faster than trying to force my body into it like this. And what you will find with younger players is, watch my shoulders. The right shoulder will dip and then come up for that shot. This is not a movement that we want. This is a movement that we want. We want to use our lower back. We do not want to use our shoulders. So, up the middle of our body, much better of a shot to be able to take. I hope that this video has helped you be able to shoot the ball better. If it has, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys again in my next video.